Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting edition of Ringside Rants, brought to you by W Energy Drink, where we love our W Energy drinks. W.GG. Get all your energy drink fixes right then and there. So we are now in our second year of doing this. I got this. And it is just me. It is just Mike. To my right, we have the Smarcus Strong Style. Below me, we have Bad Karma. And to our right, bottom right-hand corner, we have the Rockin' Sock Connection Deluxe, also known as Devin. How the hell are you guys?
Yeah. What's up, DJS? Yeah, that's it. Street cred, low profile. Yeah, all good.
So how the hell are you guys?
I'm doing great, man. Just been playing Resident Evil. Josh. Apparently, there's a big thing going on in Hoodslam tomorrow night, and it's rated 21 and over. Don't bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids.
He's the Hoodslam. He's the Hoodslam guy.
I am.
Isn't that right, Mike? Don't bring your kids to Hoodslam, right?
Don't bring your kids.
Or it's don't bring your fucking kids.
And also, fuck the fans.
Whoa.
Damn right, fuck the fans.
Yep. Eat more chicken.
For real, man. I mean, dude.
I got you.
But it hasn't been the same without our guy, Brody, man.
Yeah. The B man. Missed that guy. He needs to get it together, huh? Jeez, come on now. Come back, B.
For real, man. I wish he would.
Jordan's not with us due to technical difficulties, by the way, tonight.
Ah, man. Yeah.
Technical difficulty, that meaning he's watching an album auction.
No, he needs a new fucking phone. That's what he said.
Damn.
Yeah, he does need a new phone. He came in early before everybody else did because you guys are late to the party.
Late Larry's. Yep. Get it together, man. Hey, have a plan.
Where you at there, big dog? Where you at in the ocean?
No, I'm over here in I'm in the Gulf of America. Yes.
Yeah.
Gulf of America, I swear.
We just getting ready for America's Day, man. I mean, look.
So you're offshore. So you're basically offshore, aren't you, Jeff?
Yes, I love that July 4th is on a Friday. I love it. It's set on a Monday, where it's normally been on Mondays. I like the fact that you get a long weekend. You get that 3-day weekend.
You are in parts unknown, aren't you?
Heck, I got
last
a
week.
4-day weekend. I got a 4-day weekend. They shut us down today.
That's it.
Really?
You get to enjoy it to the fullest.
Gave us 4 days off. I'm like, hell yeah.
Enjoy it, man.
It just sucked. I had to put a vacation day for in tomorrow. So
enjoy it.
So far, the job search continues, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also applying for. Unfortunately, I have to apply for food stamps until then. Well, and that's going to be a fun task tomorrow.
Well, you got to
apply for the band U2.
Man, you still at it?
Yep. We got to keep at it, brother.
What game you playing?
How's everything offshore, by the way? Or should I say parts unknown?
I'm playing NC2A 225 with the older, not the older one, with the 24 NCAA.
NCAA, okay.
Yeah.
I was playing that earlier today.
I've been so excited for the Resident Evil remake. Resident Evil 9, I've been playing Resident Evil remake.
Gotcha. That's good. What that one just dropped though. Has that been new? I don't know. The Resident Evil.
No, Resident Evil 1 remake came out in 2002. It's originally released for the
GameCube. About a game that came out in 2002?
The original Resident Evil came out in 1996.
Yeah, the most recent. I'm actually the most recent one. When is that? Came out?
The recent one that came out was Resident Evil 4 remake.
Okay, remake. Gotcha. For sure. Okay.
All these games can't even come up with new shit. They just come up with remakes.
Yeah, remake of the remake. I mean, man.
Yeah, they're even remaking Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
Yeah.
Why?
I got you.
Okay, so what's going on in the world of professional wrestling that happened? I know we had Night of Champions this past weekend.
That was a fucking.
I heard CM Punk apologize for his Twitter rant on The Miz from like back in 2019, I think.
Yes, he did. He publicly apologized to that. I saw that.
And he still got booed in Saudi because of that.
Oh, they cheered him afterwards.
Damn.
But they were still cheering. They were still cheering for him when he came out.
Right.
So
yeah, it's all good.
What about the bump that the little Nate took?
He's okay. Little Nate has always been a tough SOB.
Little Nate, that was a trip down memory lane. I mean, that was truly glorious. I mean, he was down. Out. He was down to do that. And
Dude, he even sold it. He was still
he's such a good sport, man.
Kayfabe unconsciousness.
That's a guy you trust to go have just have a good time with, and just gets it, man. That's a guy that's probably grinding 5 a.m. in the morning, working on his cardio, just truly dedicated to the sport and the biz. No doubt, man. Like, he loves it.
Charles Robinson is awesome. That's all I can say.
Think about this.
I actually talked to him.
You know how much gear that man got, and like apparel and like just random stuff I bet he got in his man cave, dog. Just think about that, man.
If you actually, there's an episode where they on what's that collector show that WWE does that hunts down the relics? They go to his house because they were looking for a robe from Nature Boy, and
the real Nate, yes, the OG Nate.
Yeah, they were trying to hunt down the butterfly robe, and he had a robe, an old robe there. So
mirror, mirror on the wall.
Woo!
Nature Boy Ric Flair will always be an icon, no matter what, dude.
No matter if he craps himself, no matter if he's a complete drunk the rest of his life, it doesn't matter. Like he's got his name in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah. And
any 4 times? Any 4 times? 3 times, I know.
Yeah, it's just. I just wish, honestly, I wish he was truly happy. Like you could tell, like I don't know, man. It's like
he's been depressed lately.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like it's tough when you see somebody like that. It's like, man, you're on the back end of your life, and like you got to enjoy it, but like don't. You could tell at the end of the day, he's like lonely, man. It sucks, but.
Well, he just went through a divorce, if I'm correct, lately, and it's crazy. He got divorced around the same time Charlotte did with Andrade.
Oh man, that's right. Yeah, so yeah.
I think he's going for the world's record of how many times you can get married and divorced.
Oh, geez.
Didn't what's his name? King Henry VIII have that record?
Mm-hmm. 8 or 9.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
And he killed his wives.
No.
He was murdering his wives left and right.
I think he only had 2 of his wives killed, if I'm correct.
Yeah. But
all for their heads, man.
Yeah. When that thing on Netflix about the like behind the curtains, when is that dropping this month or that's August? Then they were talking about the behind the curtain, like uncut WWE uncut, where they go in the writers' room and stuff, and they're really gonna lay it all out. Is that coming this month or that is gonna be in August? Can we confirm?
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
I have a question, guys. Doesn't this kind of look like Bam Bam Bigelow a little bit? If he was a skull?
No, I thought it was something to do with Triple H.
No, just the flames, because he had flames tattooed on his head, remember?
Dude, I can't see all that, bro. Why are you wearing glasses?
It looks like
Devin's wearing glasses. Why can't I?
There we go. Filling off, running off ideas again.
Phil. Remember Phil Margera?
Yeah. Now, here we go.
Phil Margera took a lot of shit.
I'm rambling. Remember when they had the fireworks and they woke up Phil and his dad with the fire? Oh my God, they blew up that with the fireworks. I appreciate
that, Monica.
So, yeah, it's like 81 degrees where I'm at right now. I don't know about. I think where Dab's at is probably hot as hell.
Yeah,
it was 85.
85. That's a blessing. That's a blessing, man. During the daytime, obviously, it's a steamer, man. But it's typical here in July, But it's expected hurricane season, Hopefully we dodge a few storms, but we'll see, man. All you can do is prepare for it and navigate it the best way you can. But July and August is especially the hottest months, no doubt about it. It's you just got to deal with it, Everybody's dealing with it, especially down here.
It's 82 degrees here, but it feels like 90.
Oof.
It's 78 up here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot as hell in southern Mississippi.
And tomorrow it's supposed to be 95 degrees.
Where you at? You in Mobile, right? At Bammer Slammer?
Yeah, the devil's
Blitz.
butthole.
Blitz, Bama Blitz. Yeah, that Willie.
I'm in southern Mississippi, so I'm like 45 minutes away from Mike. So
Yeah, you're in the devil's butthole too. Devil has a huge anus.
we're in the deep south.
You're in the sphincter. You're in the sphincter.
I call it the devil's playground. If you know what I'm saying, it's the booty hole.
Yeah. But
No, you say Enos. The devil's
So,
Enos.
anyways, guys, other than that though, we found on AEW though, like we found out that that the main event between Mox and Heyman is going to be a Texas Death Match.
That's right.
But I was eating mac and cheese actually, but yeah.
Hey, somebody's got to eat it. You know, you got to have a little. Don't be the guy that adds ketchup to that. Please do not.
God, no, man. That's horrible. Yeah, I almost added hot sauce. Not even going front, dude.
That's okay. I mean,
hot sauce is all right.
Yeah. I mean, look, whatever floats your boat, guy. But yeah.
No. You're a communist who eat it with ketchup, man.
Yeah. Ketchup and eggs is not a good thing either.
No. Sriracha sauce, different story. But yeah,
Picante sauce goes good with eggs. Picante sauce.
Yeah, anything hot goes good with anything, dude. Except for like cereal. You can't put hot sauce on cereal. You just can't do that. There's a guy I know who did that, and I was like, we're not cool no more, man.
No.
That's a sociopathic behavior. I'm sorry.
That's correct.
If you add hot sauce to your cereal, we have issues, bro.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm not in that type of relationship to go, we're cool. No,
yeah, man. That's a major red flag. Yeah,
major red flag, man. I'm like, I thought we were awesome, and then you go in there hot sauce thing. Why?
Yeah.
But anyway, did y'all hear about or did y'all see Britt Baker's cryptic Twitter post, X post?
Okay, no. What do you elaborate, please?
Elaborate. Bottle of water is $3 at the store.
Yeah, crazy.
$6 at the movies. $12 at a concert.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're at.
That's right.
Anyway, so like.
Okay. What's?
And she said, if you're not happy where you're at, chances are you need to change the setting. And I think she's basically out of her contract.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Uh-oh.
Also, news coming from. Did y'all watch Raw by any chance?
Nope.
Little bit of it. Actually, about half of it. That's about it.
I couldn't get into it. I really couldn't, man. And usually Raw after a PLE is really good, and this one was lackluster, man. It was more like
I had to rewatch it because when I logged in at the regular scheduled time around 7:00, it was just ending. I'm like, wait a minute, what? It's like I was watching the last match happen. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, it wasn't that good. And Dad left because he had to go take on the job. He had to go take on the job real quick. So yeah, that cool, Dad. Whenever you get back, hurry back. But
there's the original trio.
The original trio, dude. It's been a while since we've been back like this, man. It's been a minute.
We like our new.
The other news is Zack Sabre Jr. won the heavyweight championship.
Well, I also heard it's because of what's his name? Hiroki Goto had a shoulder injury. That's why he lost. So, but this is good for Forbidden Door in London.
It's good for a lot of reasons. It's good for a lot of reasons.
Zack Sabre Jr. is money.
And ZSJ is money. And also, Josh, did you see what I sent you on Messenger?
Let me see. Because I muted my phone.
I kind of get that. No, I didn't send it to the group. I sent it directly to you.
Hold on.
I know because of the 3 a.m. rant due to like our group messenger.
I just put you on mute, man. I don't know even gonna lie.
Just announced the official brackets for the 2025 Opera Cup.
And look where they're coming to. They're coming to your hometown, bro.
Oh, Major League Wrestling. Okay. Oh,
So,
that's going to be the November show, right?
No, August.
Really?
Look who's all going to be in it. Did you see who's going to be in this cup?
Okay,
do you know anything about it, Phil?
Let me see. You got Mystico, Hiroki Kwan.
I've seen
Ultimate
picture, but
Austin Aries. Ooh, okay. Kushida, Paul London, Amukamuro, Vito Jr., Titan, Blue Panther Jr., Bobby Fish. Hey, there you go. There's one. Bishop Dyer and Anthony Green. Okay. What happened? Everybody freeze?
No, everybody's good. I'm here.
Okay. All right. So okay. So this is when this is coming in August.
It starts in August. I'm going to MLW's website as we speak.
Because I know they were scheduled to come back here in November. I didn't know they were going to come back around that time too.
I'm double checking, man. I'm double checking. I do know it's the Opera Cup. It's MLW, CMLL, NJPW competitors set to clash in prestigious tournament across New York, Dallas, Los Angeles, and Chicago.
Okay, so you got talking about August. They did announce that they were supposed to come back in September or November, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Bracket A is Mystico versus Ikaro Kwan, Ultimo Guerrero versus Esfinge, Austin Aries versus Kushida, Paul London versus Akamura. And bracket B is Volador Jr. versus Titan, Zandokan Jr. versus Blue Panther Jr., Kojima versus Bobby Fish, Bishop Dyer versus Anthony Green. Those right now are the 16 people fighting.
MLW.
In MLW, yeah.
No.
Dating back to the 1880s, the Opera Cup is recognized as the oldest tournament in the sport of professional wrestling. As organized American sports emerged, the world's finest grapplers converged on the grand opera houses of the era to compete in what quickly became the most prestigious tournament of its time. Wrestling legends such as William Muldoon, Leo Pardella, George Hackenschmidt, and Stu Hart all won the Opera Cup, forever linking their names to its unmatched legacy. The tournament became a crucible where greatness was forged and immortality was claimed. In 2019, the Opera Cup was revived by MLW to once again showcase the pinnacle of the sport. Today, a new generation of fighters journeys to MLW to dance with destiny and battle for the historic trophy. From lucha libre icons to Japanese strong-style legends and MLW's fiercest competitors, the 2025 Opera Cup brings together the past, present, and future of the sport in one defining tournament. Today, the Opera Cup lives on through MLW, where a generation of grapplers steps onto the grand stage to dance with destiny. From lucha libre icons to Japanese strong-style masters and MLW's fiercest warriors, each seeks to claim the classic and secure their legacy in the annals of the sport.
Which I heard NJF made a return to MLW.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. MLW President Cesar Duran The mastermind behind the 2025 tournament shared. The Opera Cup is where history meets now. It's a proving ground, not just for glory, but for legend. The road to the Opera Cup finals begins August 9th. Who will rise? Who will fall? One will carve their name into history. The 2025 Opera Cup kicks off August 9th at MLW Blood and Thunder on beIN Sports and MLW's YouTube channel. Additional rounds will take place in Dallas, Los Angeles, and Chicago, with match announcements and ticket information to be revealed at MLW.com.
Okay, so I'm looking at the events.
Yeah.
They're for live events for tickets. You got September 13th in Dallas, October 4th in Los Angeles, and November 15th in Chicago.
So New York will be the last one, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So, well, I think maybe it's the start of it because they said in August. So they might post a show in August.
Okay. So you might be getting the last of it. Dude, that'll be awesome, bro. Dude, that'd be epic if you get the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, usually, yeah, because I'm looking at the November. I'm gonna try to get some tickets to this. I know tickets are cheap. Their tickets are cheap. Tickets are cheap, man. Just general admission, I think, is like maybe $30. I think. But bring a pillow.
I'm looking at all their tag teams and their champions right now. The world heavyweight champion is Matt Riddle. The women's world featherweight champion is Shoko Nakajima. The MLW national openweight champion is Ultimo Guerrero. MLW world tag team champions is Donovan Dijak and Bishop Dyer, a.k.a. Baron Corbin.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. And then you have the roster is Mystico, Kojima, Mads Kruger, the guys I mentioned before, Kenta, Tom Lawler, Alex Hammerstone, Kushida, Minoru Suzuki, Shotzi, Matthew Justice, Paul London, Paul Walter Hauser, Ikuro Kwan, Templario, Akamura, Titan, Baba Thunder, Bobby Fish, Mr. Thomas, Austin Aries, Brock Anderson, C.W. Anderson, Magnus, Rujido, Yuki Kamafuku, Mascara Dorado, Blue Panther Jr., Dark Panther, Himawari, Jesus Rodriguez, Barbaro Cavernario, Zadakan Jr., Miyu Yamashita, Diego Hill, Wakana Yuhara, Alejandra Quintanilla, Star Jr., Ava Everett, Sentai Death Squad, Saint Laurent, Gigi Ray, Las Aztecas, and Ariel Dominguez.
Yeah.
You know, also one of my personal favorite shows personally showed up at MLW this past weekend. It was Wakana Urihara.
Nice. Yeah. Here's the ticket. Here's the ticket prices. First row is 114. Second row, $50.
That ain't bad, dude.
Third row, about $40. Fourth row, about 32. And general admission is about just under $15.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
And there's not a bad. You know what? And it's not like there's actually not a bad seat anywhere. You sit anywhere. General admission to the front row, not a bad seat.
Nah. And I'm gonna be honest, man. They're the hair are doing a lot better than NWA.
Yeah, and it sells out. Chicago always sells out. Always sells out. Shit, I might pick up some second row tickets. Actually,
I wish MLW would come down here though.
Dude,
not enough Mexicans.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate, man.
There's not enough Mexicans.
I don't want to get into politics right now, but fuck.
I'm looking at the NWA don't even recognize the new NWA. They go to NWA1948.com. So They don't even have a website, I don't think. Does NWA have a website?
I'm not sure. I don't. I haven't watched NWA since Power.
Is that even a thing anymore?
No, I don't know.
Oh no.
I haven't got a notification from me for a long time. I know that.
I'm looking at all the people there. I don't know who their champions are. Who their champions are: Tom Latimer, Brian Idol, Mims, Jeremiah Plunkett, Mike Knox and Trevor Murdoch, Kerry Morton and Alex Taylor, Kinsey Page, Tiffany Neves and Valentina Rossi, and Alex Taylor.
The last champion I knew they had was EC3.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Also,
To be honest, the hottest woman they have, in my personal opinion, is Natalia Markova. And Ruthie J is a smoke show, dude.
Was the Masha Slamovich on there, or is it or am I thinking TNA?
TNA.
She's in TNA. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you guys think of about this tonight's AEW though?
Didn't watch it.
I fell asleep. Asleep. Not because it was boring. Because
You're tired. I understand. I know. What happened was, though, I did like the EVP storyline with Will Ospreay and Swerve. If they win, they become EVPs. But if they lose, they can't get a title opportunity for 1 year.
That's fair.
And we're getting in the main event. It's turning into a Texas street fight.
I'm looking at all the tag teams and NWA. Dude, there is a lot, man. All right, look, the tag teams are Blunt Force Trauma, Carnage and Damage, the Colognes, the Shining Stars, Las Matadores, Eddie Colon, and Orlando Colon. The Country Gentlemen, Casey Kazana and AJ Kazana, the Country Joes, the Kazanas, and Joe Kazana, Daisy Kill and Talos, the Immortals, Kratos and Odinson, the JV team, Dalton McKenzie and Jack Vaughn, Knox and Murdoch, the Looks the Kill, Brian Idol and Natalia Markova, the Miserably Faithful, which is Father James Mitchell, Frank, Gags the Gimp, and Max the Impaler, Pretty Empowered, which is Kinsey and Callie Page, the Slime Balls.
The Gimp.
The Slime Balls are Sage Chance and Tommy Rant. Southern Six is Alex Taylor, Kerry Morton, and Thrillbilly Silas Mason. And TVMA is Miss Star, Tiffany Neves, and Valentina Rossi. Dude, that's a lot of tag teams.
So, what do you guys think about the storyline between Matt Cardona and Shotzi Blackheart?
Is that in GCW?
It's practically on the internet too, man. She even kayfabe wore her broken arm when she wrestled at MLW this past week.
Yeah, Matt Cardona ran it over with her toy tank.
There was actual video footage of security footage of it too. We got CCTV footage of it.
Hilarious.
CC footage of that means Matt Cardona's cell phone.
No CCTV footage, actual it was on Shotzi's house. Her security camera got the video of it.
EC3 is still part of the NWA. Holy crap! And he's a face, which is weird.
Does he say anything?
Probably does stuff.
Oh, Devin, he's gonna be back. He's working offshore, by the way. Monica, he has to do a small job. He'll be right back.
And then, dude, that's just the faces. The faces are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 faces. And then you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35 heels. 35 heels and like 17 faces. That's crazy. And that's just in the men's division. In the women's division, you got 2 faces, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heels. So yeah, they don't have any of their they don't make no sense. They have more heels than they do faces. That don't make no sense. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
sounds like Vince McMahon's booking.
I wouldn't even go there. And then Quintanilla. Okay, cool. So basically, everything that's been going on in wrestling, I haven't been really keeping up with a bunch of it because it's been a bunch of hot garbage. I'm not even gonna lie. But I will say this: I am very, very inclined to watch this Opera Cup.
I am too. If it's for real wrestling,
Quit hey, eat then talk. Jesus Christ. Jeez. Right there, Charlie Brown.
As I was saying, if this is an original pro wrestling tradition, I'm game for it. Go MLW. I give them.
And you can watch it all on YouTube. They're always live, free on YouTube.
Free.
Free.
And
For those who don't want to feel like paying $50 for a top-notch pro wrestling event, MLW has your back, Chief.
Yeah, they do. They don't have right now they don't have a TV deal, but they have a YouTube deal, I guess, which is cool.
A damn good YouTube TV deal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great YouTube deal too, I think.
Free. Just only a couple people watching.
Hey man, hey, you know what? We might not be in millions of homes, by God, but we're in a couple.
We're in your house. We're right behind you.
In your house.
Don't turn around.
We're talking about W Energy Drink. Get your W Energy Drink at W.GG. Use our promo code Rant 10% off.
Yay. Okay.
W will be, if you want to order W 30% off, order in your house.
Yeah, or on your tablet or smartphone or any other kind of leaky devices to the internet.
In your house.
And your smartwatches now.
Yeah. Oh crap! I left my smartwatch at my woman's house. Oh well, I'll get it back.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
It'll be okay. I'll get it back.
I'm kidding. Mike wanted to do the dun dun dun. News also. What do you think about another news? Like I found out, like apparently Danhausen's his contract is up by the end of the year, and I think I can see him going to WWE, which would be good for him. Just imagine him and tag teaming with Mr. Iguana. That would be the greatest tag team, one of the greatest tag teams ever. I think it'd be more hilarious than I think it'd be more great than Rosie and the Hurricane.
Okay.
That's
kind of an awkward.
I can see it'd be a tag team, the Cursed Iguana.
No, I'm waiting for him to make his appearance on WWE. I think what was it? I think the officially AAA is now officially owned under WWE as of this month. August. Oh, another month.
Yeah, even Octagon Jr.'s signed with WWE, and they didn't let him, and AAA let him keep his character.
Why not?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, AAA is going to be owned by TKO. So
What else?
So Sean P. Diddy Combs got sentenced today. Will be sentenced in October.
And acquitted.
Oh.
what?
He got denied bail, and he'll be sentenced in October.
I thought he got acquitted today.
Well,
What's the official news? What's TMZ?
okay. Well,
because I'm getting conflicting reports. Huh?
he got found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He'll remain behind bars.
Okay.
In a shocking move by Judge Aaron Sir, whatever that person is, he got acquitted on the most serious of 5 charges: racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking.
Okay, so he got acquitted.
He was denied bond during a Wednesday afternoon hearing, having failed repeatedly to secure a $50 million bail since being taken into custody by New York Police Department and federal agents in September. The All About Benjamin's performer has been in custody at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center the past 9 months, with his bail bid rejected. He's currently set to be sentenced on October 3rd.
Oh, okay, so he got acquitted on some of the charges, but not
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So bringing some tacos. Taco Bell is open.
Yeah, Taco Bell is open. And
Actually, you're right.
news,
Now I want me some tacos now. Thanks a lot.
Sean Diddy Combs fans drenched themselves in baby oil to celebrate rapper's trial verdict.
I will not look at baby oil the same again. Thank you, Diddy, for ruining baby oil for me.
In the words of the great Andre the Giant, no baby oil. Get out.
Damn right. I could never look at baby oil the same again when I go shopping, or even when I still worked at my job and everything. I looked at baby oil and just like I just shake my head every time I see it. It's like
every time you pick up a bottle, Sean Combs appears over your shoulder.
I just like get the fuck away.
And you hear do.
And I can never look at his songs the same again. I mean, I did like that thing he did with Jimmy Page, that song "Come With Me" on the Godzilla movie.
Oh, that shit sucked.
Yeah,
the movie sucked. Yes.
No, that song sucked too.
That song sucked. The best song on there was the Rage Against the Machine song.
Anything Rage does is great.
Duh. You just now realizing this?
No, I've been noticing for 30 years.
I know, I'm just messing with you. Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy restaurant sued by winner of Chef's Game Show.
I even liked it when some of the members did audio slave with Chris Cornell. That was some good shit too.
Yeah. So there's not been a lot going on with wrestling this week. Like I said,
it really hasn't been.
And it was actually I'm surprised they dropped the belt to Solo Sikoa. But then again, I was like looking at card as like as the card was going along, this face is winning, this face is winning, this face is winning. So I was like, somebody.
What do you think about Hikuleo finally debuting as Tala Tonga? Really?
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm just like, really, Triple H, really?
Well,
Tala Tonga.
He is his brother, so
I mean, really, Tala. Really? Come on. Is it who came up with that? Bruce Pritchard or Vince McMahon?
What it is that they don't want wrestlers making money on their own name. That's why Mariah May is not called Mariah May.
So here is the biggest surprise for NWA. Former TNA World Champion Rich Swann made his NWA debut at last night's TV taping in Tampa, Florida.
Why?
He is also scheduled to compete at NWA 77 next month in Huntington, Long Island.
So he just committed career suicide?
Dude, I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Rick Swan went to NWA.
Oh my god!
So
And NWA was careers going to die.
Or the TCW, man. Shit.
They thought Jake, and I remember, and it's kind of funny. Eric Bischoff saying AEW's where careers going to die. No, that's NWA.
Yeah, it's the NWA. Latest on two talents potentially leaving WWE next month. Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross.
And
Man, they're
Scarlett.
sitting on a right now. They'll be stupid to let him go, man. They'll be stupid.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care.
They really don't. I mean, he needs something after, especially after what Vince did to him.
Honestly, yeah.
Made him look like especially that gladiator gimmick. Oh my god.
Yeah, what Vince did to him, that kind of killed his career right there. Triple H had him as an unstoppable beast in fucking NXT. Then Vince puts him on Raw to go against Jeff Hardy and fucking buries him. And he hasn't recovered since.
Especially after looking like a super shredder.
And plus, he's a fucking good ass wrestler, and he's good ass talker and a worker and everything. Cuts good promos, but fuck, man.
I even loved it when he wrestled against Minoru Suzuki during WrestleMania weekend 3 years ago. That was some good shit.
Yeah.
He went against Minoru Suzuki. That was a fucking brawling match. They both looked great. I forgot who won it because that was just like, fuck. I think Suzuki put him over, though.
What, Cross?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Suzuki, Win doesn't really can affect Minoru Suzuki anymore. The guy's already a fucking legend, in my opinion. But don't tell him I said that.
Wow.
The guy is a fucking badass.
Minoru Suzuki, Phil says you're an asshole.
Yep.
I think he'd probably laugh and smile like that.
While Tommy Dreamer says CM Punk versus John Cena at WWE United Champions got even bigger.
Oh man, don't get me wrong. It was a good match. It was a real good match. I had a feeling there was going to be shenanigans, and I knew Seth Rollins because I know that he's not ready to drop the title yet.
Oh, Cena? Oh no.
Yeah. He wasn't going to drop the title, but I liked how they knew Seth Rollins was going to pop up somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know the referee's going to be knocked the fuck out. Jesus.
Charles,
he's like, phew.
But how did y'all feel about Jade Cargill becoming women Queen of the Ring?
It should have belonged to Asuka, but I digress.
Honestly,
it makes sense.
It makes sense. I mean, I was pulling for Asuka. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that would have been another achievement on her career in WWE. But there's always next year on that. So
she is a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
So, but put it on Jade. Yeah, I could see it on there.
I don't know. And then they're having this evolution because of now they're going to have like a 4-way tag team title match between Raquel and Roxanne versus a team from Raw, a team from SmackDown, a team from NXT, and a team from Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be.
Yeah, and then what was it? The Judgment Day won the tag team champions. So they right now Judgment Day has 2 tag team champions and Dominic Mysterio as the Intercontinental champion. So they got all the gold in the stable.
Yeah. Well, they have all the tag team gold in the stable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do y'all feel about the Saturday Night Main Event between Goldberg and Gunther?
Meh.
That match shouldn't have happened. That should have. That was probably by far the biggest mistake was taking the belt off of Jey Uso, just so putting it back on Gunther. Then to promote this match, I'm like, it's stupid, man.
It's hot shot booking.
Yeah. I know. What was it? Rikishi has been on a tirade about that. So this is a horrible storyline, and it was not because it happened to son, because it made no sense. It's like, so you got to put it on Gunther. You know Goldberg's going over. You know it is.
Goldberg won?
No, you know Goldberg's going to go over on it.
Oh no!
And then he's gonna be champion again. I'm like, really? Fucking really?
I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I really don't. I really don't see that happening.
I want to see Gunther chop the shit out of him. I want to see how that happens.
That'll be funny. Fun to watch.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this whole ordeal going on. There is a match that I might not be able to get into because it's TNA. It's Joe Henry versus Trick Williams versus Mike Santana at Slammiversary for the the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
It sounds like a good match.
Not bad at all. It sounds like a good match to me.
But is it worth buying a pay-per-view for?
And then there's a chain match between Killer Kelly and Masa Slamovich. And then there's another match between Matt Cardona and Eddie Edwards. And then there is the Rascals. Trey Miguel versus Nick Namath.
I'm surprised Matt Cardona is still signed with TNA because of the deal.
It's Matt Cardona, man. You can't beat Matt Cardona.
Well, then again, he's always saying he's always bragging. Is like, I don't need WWE, but he's always asking to come back.
He doesn't need him. He really doesn't.
He really don't, man. He truly doesn't need.
But he's always ready.
They totally did him. I hate to say it, but they did him wrong.
Masha Slamovich is the women's knockouts champion. Moose is still X Division champion. International champion is Steve Macklin. The Namaths are the tag team champs. The TNA knockout champs are Ash and Heather by Elegance. And they've added some people, dude. We have Ace Steel, AJ Francis, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, Cassie Lee, Cedric Alexander.
I actually heard AJ Francis is doing really good over there.
Yep. Danny Luna.
He's on the Dollar Tree.
Yep. Elijah, Eric Young, Harley Hudson, Gia Miller, Frankie Kazarian, Indy Hartwell, Jake Something, Jason Hotch, Jody Threat, JDC, Jesse McKay, Jeff Hardy, Joe Henry, Skyler, Casey Navarro, Judas Icarus, Lee Ying Lee, Laredo, Kylan King, Killer Kelly, Leon Slater, M. Elegance, Mance Warner, Matthew Raywolt, Matt Hardy, Matt Cardona, Mackenzie Mitchell, Mila Grace, Mustafa Ali, Mike Santana, Nick Namath, Octagon Jr., Rosemary, Steph DeLander, Santina Morella, Sammy Callahan, Ryan Namath, Tessa Blanchard, Tasha Steeles, the Aztec Warriors, or I'm sorry, the Hometown Man. You know who the Hometown Man is, don't y'all?
No.
That's Delirious.
Oh. It sounds like, is it me or is like 75% of that is WWE guys?
Well, I mean, you got Travis Williams, Trey Miguel, Tommy Dreamer, Victoria Crawford, a.k.a. Alicia Fox, Zaya Brookside, and Zach Wentz. It's a lot.
There's a lot on there. A couple AEW guys, but majority, I want to say majority is
WWE.
Not. It seems like a lot. Everybody that was under the Scott D'Amore banner is practically almost gone.
Yeah, there's a couple left. Moose is one.
Rosemary.
That's two.
That's the only two I could think of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I also heard that what's her name got Def Rebelled. Her theme music got Def Rebelled.
Ooh.
What's the name?
Death Rebel is no longer even part of WWE, dude. They're being done. They're no longer there.
Well, her music got changed. WWE music got changed in either way.
Who?
What's her name? What's her name?
Brain fart.
Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah, yeah. They changed. Yeah, they changed her theme music. Which I don't know why.
That's the term. When you get changed, you have a new slang term. Is like if we get changed something from good to shitty, it's called Def Rebel.
Ah, okay. Yeah, they could have just kept the sirens in the beginning. You know, it was like, woo, you know,
like Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, but what else? I just had a thought too about something about wrestling. Oh, MLW just put not MLW, Maple Leaf Wrestling just did a show this about a day or two ago, went live.
Did they now?
Yeah.
You know what, we should do a review of Maple Leaf Wrestling on YouTube, one of their matches, to promote it.
Yeah, so we can get banned again.
Did we get banned last time?
Yeah. Kind of did. Yeah, I got a thing and say we got hit up.
By New Japan Pro Wrestling?
It didn't say by who. It just said a thing.
I doubt we can get in trouble if we review it on YouTube. If it's on a YouTube channel, we can't do that.
Let's see. The stars of MLP, and we have Aiden Prince, Aurora Teves, Bay Moss, Bhupinder Gujar, Bishop Dyer, Brent Banks, Don Callis, Classy Ali, Bryce Anson, El Reverso, ELP, George Iceman, Jade Chung, Harley Cameron, Giselle Shaw, Josh Alexander, Konosuke Takeshita, Matt Cardona, Miyu Yamashita, Michael Allen Richard Clark, Mauro Ranallo, Mo Jabari, PCO Psycho Mike, Rohan Raja, Raj Singh, Raj Desi, Santina Morella, Sheldon Jean, Speedball Mike Bailey, Zoe Sager, Taylor Rising, and Stu Grayson.
So you got members of TNA and AEW in that company.
And MLW.
And New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And New Japan.
ELP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of a mixture right there.
Yeah, Don Callis is on commentary with
Oh yeah,
He's
you
a
got,
commentary.
like I said, you got AEW, then you got TNA guys. You got guys that still are in TNA that's competing in it.
Nakamura and Don Callis are
I'm
good
surprised
friends.
they don't
so it
have
makes
like
sense.
a conundrum.
Who's in TNA besides Santino Marella and Matt Cardona? There's the only two,
Yeah,
and the rest of them aren't. And
Nakamura has good connections with some people, so
yeah, I think he's really good friends with Santino Marella, and he's good friends with Matt Cardona. So
and he's really good friends with. I mean, come on, he's really damn good best friends with none other than Don Callis. So that's why he's on commentary. It's so weird seeing Don Callis play a non-heel role, kind of a regular non-biased role.
yeah,
It's kind of weird seeing that because I'm used to seeing him being like a heel manager. He really embraced that since he became the Jackal in WWF.
there's nothing wrong with him being the Jackal or Cyrus the Virus.
None. I'm just saying he really embraced that role since then.
so why you laughing, Joey Styles? I'll never forget that one.
Oh man, Pro Wrestling Tees is hooked up with MLP too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pro Wrestling Tees.
Nothing at all.
I like how they.
I'm expecting a mystery box pretty soon from them.
Oh,
I like how they
live on here.
I like how they pay tribute to independent wrestlers as well. Yeah, for PTW. PWT, I meant.
Yeah. Dig it.
I'm reading. Nothing. There's a bunch of nothing. I was just reading different things. So the biggest. Go ahead.
We should sell our own t-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees ourselves.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
We should get. I can get Bad Karma. Mr. Bad Karma hasn't bought a pay-per-view since 1997 on his t-shirt.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I don't think I want that advertised.
That'd be
It's enough to have like 3 people watching this every now and again, to like 7 up to 7, but you know, it's different when you have thousands of people going, "Oh, dude, that guy never paid for a pay-per-view ever." And then you have the FBI coming to the door.
I ain't no scam man. I'm a bona fide union member.
Hey, look, man, it is what it is, Jordan. But no, seriously, man, the way I look at it is this week in wrestling hasn't been that much of wrestling. We had Night of Champions. Dude, Night of Champions was bleh. We have Cody Rhodes. Right. Cody Rhodes is the king of the ring. Come on. Why? Why do we have King of the Ring Cody? Why? So we can take out Cody, so we can take out John Cena? That's stupid. Mm-hmm. This is a chance to build somebody. And the person they need to be building is Braun Breaker. My personal opinion is they need to be building Braun Breaker to take over John Cena and let him take over that whole faction, because with Seth Rollins being the head of the faction, it just don't feel right.
Yeah, Seth Rollins, yeah.
I mean, they don't even have a name for their fucking faction. It's terrible. It's meh. It reminds me.
The Revolutionaries.
Is that what they're calling themselves?
I don't know.
Dude, at least it ain't the Death Riders. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, we're going to name
the Visionaries or whatever they're calling themselves.
And we're going to, at least it's better than the Death Riders. We're going to name my faction after my New Japan Special move. Why? And dude,
No, Jordan, you go to bed. All right, fuck you. All right.
but no, seriously, man. I mean,
in fact, that was before that, it was also the name of the tag team with Shota Umino and John Mosses before it became a fact. It was a tag team called the Death Riders.
Again, stupid.
You're stupid for that.
No, it's dumb. Dude, it don't make no sense. Make it make sense, dude.
It made sense a long time ago. The Death Riders were always was originally Shota and he was Young Lion New Japan.
What would make a lot of sense if they got Sammy Callahan and named themselves a Switchblade Conspiracy.
So I like Switchblade Conspiracy. I miss them.
Yeah, I mean that would have made a lot of sense, dude. Or calling themselves a Switchblade 3 or Switchblade 6 or something like that. Something crazy, dude. Not the Death Riders. I mean, they're sort of like John, we need a name for your faction. He's like, yeah.
Or have a badass fucking theme song. Jesus Christ, that song sucks.
Dude, it's sort of like watching John Cena come out.
That was a New Japan theme.
Phil.
Fuck this New Japan theme, all right? It sucks.
Dude, is he in New Japan or is he in AEW, Phil?
AEW.
Okay. When was the last time he was in New Japan?
About a year ago. Wrestling, doing stuff over there with that. He was in that match with Will Ospreay last year.
Again, so it's been over 6 months, right?
Yeah, but they have good connections with New Japan, though.
Mute his mic. 5-minute mute.
Jesus, Phil.
No.
I will not be silent.
But
no, seriously though, man. I mean, think about it though. You were in New Japan a year ago, and that's okay. That's okay. But then you name your fucking faction stupid, and then you come out with stupid music that nobody cares. Dude, whenever he comes out, did y'all watch? I can't watch it live, but I did watch it on the replay. Dead fucking silent. There's no boos. No one cares.
Yeah.
There actually was a boo today.
They're waiting for this storyline to end. It's like, yeah, he needs to. Moxley needs to go away for a while. He needs to go away for a while.
I do agree on that, though. He does need to go away after this.
I don't think he needs to go away. I think the belt needs to leave out of whatever the fuck it's in. We haven't seen the belt in, a year and a half now?
Yeah.
Almost a year, yeah. They even mentioned that during the promos.
No one cares. Dude, no one cares about that belt.
Hangman does.
Dude, what's going to happen? Hangman's going to win the belt. What's going to happen then? Is he going to hold on to the championship for a long time?
Probably for a little bit, yeah. But he deserves it. He deserves it after what happened to him a couple of years ago.
Is what's going to happen. Mark my words. Heyman's going to win it. And then on that same pay-per-view, Omega's going to lose to Okada. And then backstage on the next Dynamite, Heyman's going to bump into freaking Omega. And Omega's going, oh, so that's what it looks like. He's like, yeah, it's mine. And Omega goes, sure it is.
Is this one of your shitty fantasy booking, Mike?
It could be, but I'm telling you what's going to happen.
Hope it's not. I hope you're wrong.
Omega's going to take the title, and then Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are going to lose the tag titles, and Bobby Lashley's going to hold on to the world title. And then no one's going to get the title for like 6 years.
I seriously doubt that.
Mark my words. Who's going to take the title? Who's going to take that title? NJF can't even do nothing with that title. He should be champion still. but they fucked up and gave it to Moxley and let him do this stupid whatever storyline bullshit it was. It was garbage from Jump Street. And
they're trying to fix it, though.
I don't even think
I doubt that Bobby Lashley's going to win that championship.
Dude, this is almost as bad, and dude, I even hate to mention the man's name. This is almost as bad as David Arquette. And David Arquette held it for this amount of time.
This is the guy that was bad as David Arquette.
Way too long.
Worse. I've seen worse. But like, I do agree, though. I really cannot wait for Moxley to give it to Hangman, and I doubt that Lashley's going to get it.
Watch what I'm telling you, dude. Crazier shit's happened in the world of wrestling. There has been tag team champions also being world heavyweight champion.
I know that, but I seriously doubt it's going to happen. What I've heard is like, if anything, it should either be given to Will Ospreay.
Why? He don't need a title.
He don't need it. He don't need it.
Dude, it's sort of like giving someone a title because they're great. Will Ospreay doesn't need a title because he's great. Will Ospreay is, and I hate to say this, if they're going, dude, he's AJ Styles of AEW. I mean, dude, he is phenomenal. He is the best athlete on the face of this earth. And
he even said one of his inspirations is AJ Styles. One of his favorite wrestlers is AJ Styles.
But I mean, before AJ, there was nobody. AJ is, and I hate to say this, before AJ, there was Chris Jericho. Okay? Before Chris Jericho, there was Shawn Michaels. Am I wrong here, people? Am I wrong? Okay. Shawn Michaels is a GOAT. Jericho is a GOAT. AJ is a GOAT. Ospreay is a GOAT.
And a Billy Goat.
Well, he's the Billy Goat, yeah. But
damn right.
All four of those guys all have something that most people try to their whole careers to grasp. And they didn't have to do, they had it. Bryan Danielson has it, but Bryan Danielson also has a lot of problems. He's also had a lot of problems with his neck injuries and other parts of his body.
You even throw The Rock in that category too.
You get the who?
The Rock.
No. Can't
Really?
throw The Rock in that category. Can't. The Rock had people help him along the way. Shawn Michaels was going to be great no matter what. Jericho was going to be great no matter what. AJ was going to be great no matter what. Ospreay is going to be great no matter what. The Rock had to have people help him become great. Kurt Angle could be thrown in that list.
Yes, I could agree with that.
Kenny Omega was great no matter what.
That's debatable, and I will say why. Omega never really had a chance until he hit New Japan. And everybody's like, oh, well, what about Ring of Honor and PWG? PWG is not even on the main stage, man. And I'll tell you another person who is going to be great no matter what. And I wish I could say otherwise, but it's in the cards. And that's going to be Logan Paul. And I hate that. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. And me having to say that, eat that.
I know you hate him, but
I hate that.
He has a knack
for the business, man. He really does.
It hurts saying it, but
it really does. Dude, it pisses me off. I had to say that. And Phil don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it either.
I'll admit it. I'll admit it. He's like he has it. He has it. Yeah, he has a knack for the business. It just sucked. What a lot of people that put him down is because he never paid his dues.
Who? Logan Paul?
Yeah.
That's
why I wish WWE had Hitman like they had back in the day. I mean, fucking throw him to the wolves. I mean, throw him to Bob Holly, man. Like they did that one kid.
Dude, the thing about the hitmen of the WWE, there was several of them. One of them being Jim the Anvil Neidhart, one of them being Bob Holly, Brock Lesnar.
Hey, country.
Hey, country.
Dude, even
no.
Ken Shamrock.
No, the APA. APA is definitely Vince's hit.
Especially Bradshaw.
Bradshaw was a hitman, and until he got knocked out by Bart Gunn. Dude, that was brutal, bro. That was Vince Russo says he still plays that almost every other night on repeat.
Because he hated him.
He hated Layfield, man. He hated JBL because he was a bully, man.
I don't blame. You know, I can go with Russo on that. You know, but I mean, there's even one time where JBL tried to play. He bullied the Hardy Boys too.
Yeah, he bullied a lot of people, man. He really
tried to bully Steve Blackman, and look what happened. Knocked the fuck out, dude. He even tried to bully Joey Styles, and Joey Styles knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah,
if that would have been the old days, even the older days, Bradshaw would have been fired.
No, Vince
No.
won that shit. Now he would have been fired. Yeah, nowadays he would have been fired.
Yeah.
JBL?
Yeah, he'd try that shit like Punk did last year or 2 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, he'd
He would have been fired.
Yeah, I mean, JBL is the biggest bully there ever was, and that's not saying a good thing. Haku wasn't a bully. Haku was a
legit tough guy.
He was
a legit.
I remember one time. I remember one guy. People were trying to bully him at a bar one time. Some bunch of rednecks, and they got their asses kicked.
And he took out one of their eyeballs and handed it to one of the guys that he was wrestling. Handed the eyeball that he took out of one of the rednecks and handed it to one of the wrestlers. Yeah,
here's a souvenir.
That's a bad motherfucker. Okay.
I mean, there's even a quote that Andre the Giant was scared of him.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there was people afraid of that man because they would, but in the ring they felt safe because they knew he had their back.
Yeah, I'll tell you another guy, legit tough guy, Bruiser Brody.
Yeah, but the bad thing about Brody, he
was a tough guy. He was a badass in the ring. He was mean as hell in the ring, but outside the ring, he was the nicest guy. Mm-hmm. He was the nicest guy. Even his ex-wife even said that when she took him to arenas, that he was calm, collective, just cool, just chilling.
He was a good business guy too, but
he stepped out the car and took off took his hair out of a tail. Switch flipped.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, starts waving chains around. Acting like
I'm surprised he never
scared the living shit out of Japanese fans when he went to go wrestle in Japan. Scared the fucking shit out of them.
The cool thing about Bruiser Brody was you never knew what Bruiser Brody you were going to get.
Yeah.
You didn't know if you were going to get the guy that was going to go along with the program or the guy that is going to no-sell shit and go on thrills.
They ran away. Those Japanese ran away from him like he was fucking Godzilla.
I mean, dude.
Technically, he is.
Well, he was basically like a giant kaiju to them. So you're right.
Lex Luger hit him with drop kick, and he just stood there.
Oh yeah, Lex Luger just say it was weird because Lex Luger's first match was a steel cage match with Bruiser Brody.
And I heard that that didn't go well from what I heard for Lex.
And Bruiser Brody just did not go along with the program. He did for like the first 3 minutes, and he's like, "Nope, this ain't gonna work."
I'm surprised that didn't bury Luger's career.
And Luger won that match, if I'm not correct, because he escaped the cage.
A DQ. He won it on a DQ.
Yep.
In a cage match, he won it on a DQ.
Yep.
Even a referee was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Fuck it, I'm calling it.
Yeah, he shot, dude. He completely shot on the whole thing.
I agree. You should have. You probably would have went to WCW.
The whole ordeal behind the madness.
Technically, Luger should have won the title, but Vince already knew that Luger
had plans.
Not plans, but Luger wasn't.
He went over with the
fan
fans.
ready. He was a fan ready. Like he didn't. He did not like crowds. He was not a people person. He didn't know how to do publicity. I mean, you had that was in his documentary, I think, on Dark Side of the Ring, right? Yeah, that was one of the major things, is that he was not a people person.
No, he wasn't on Dark Side of the Ring. It was on that A&E documentary he did.
Yeah. Also, like Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect was in lineup to win the heavyweight title, and Perfect told him no because he didn't like doing publicity.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? He's like, no. Because Perfect was one of the greatest heels of all time. And he would have been a great heel champion for the World Heavyweight title. However, he wouldn't have done great publicity because he would have been like, I don't want to do that shit. And they barely got him to do. I think he did Regis and Kathy Lee once, and I think he did Arsenio Hall once. And then he was like, I don't like this shit. Like, don't put me on this shit ever again. I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
Like no. And I had to credit Kurt Hennig for that, man, because most people were like, yeah, hell yeah, give me the title. And they were like trying him out. And he's like, nope, don't want it. A lot of the wrestlers want that payday, but and they think they're cut out for it, like Jey Uso. And to be honest, Jey Uso could be the next big thing. However, the fans don't really care. I mean, they do the whole whatever, and they do the thing, but do they really want to get behind him? No. Yeah, DiBiase, Piper, Rude, Owen Hart, HBK. Oh man, that would have been an awesome Owen and HBK. But Rick Rude, the biggest Rick Rude thing had was against Ultimate Warrior. And the reason that was so good is because of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby the Brain Heenan had most of that match choreographed before they even got in the ring, both times.
Oh, yeah.
And DiBiase held the title for, I think it was like 6, 7, 8 months. And DiBiase had a World Heavyweight title run, I think. Didn't he have a World Heavyweight title run?
No, not really.
He had the $1 million belt title.
No, he had the belt, then they stripped him of it because that was the infamous where Andre the Giant won the belt, surrendered to DiBiase, and said, "No, we ain't doing this."
And that's when WrestleMania 4 came about.
Yeah,
which most people call that the biggest WrestleMania debacle of all time, which I found it to be the very best WrestleMania of all time. Point taken. I mean, and Piper should have. I don't know, man.
Piper's one of the ones that didn't need a belt. He didn't need a belt.
He really didn't. To me, he's sort of like Will Ospreay and AJ Styles. He's going to be great no matter what.
Who?
Piper. Yeah.
Piper Niven?
No. Oh my.
Roddy Piper. Who?
Oh, Roddy Piper. He's great. He was great.
Yeah, no matter what. He didn't need a title.
This man right here.
That guy. Yeah, he didn't need a title. Ever. He was Intercontinental title, I think, when he champion of Intercontinental title, and he was also tag team titles.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But he really didn't need a heavyweight title.
That was a young me right there.
May Piper rest in peace.
And believe it or not, another person that was going to be great no matter what was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ho!
Well, he was. I think he was on a road to having a title run until he got him and the Sheiky baby got busted.
But cocaine, yeah.
Yeah,
Duggan,
I think those Shiki Baby got fired for that too. Unfortunately, they blamed, and apparently they came up with some story that some whack ass kayfabe story for like Sheik said he framed Hacksaw.
whatever.
Well, that was the story, you know.
Yeah, and like Snuka was never champion either.
Yeah, but he killed his career posthumously.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but he was a big deal. He was a huge deal in the 80s.
Ray
And so
Webber's a shitty person.
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. He could have been him and Magnum TA both could have been great.
Well, Magnum
TA.
Magnum TA was on the road to being great until that accident, man.
Yeah. And Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert was on the road to being great until his ultimate demise.
You mean cheesy ass WWF version of Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
And I tell you another person who was going to be great no matter what, and they still are great, and that's Rey Mysterio.
He's always going to be great. He never even needed a title, a belt, or anything.
Nope.
I mean, just his
no, he had a title run.
He, like I said, he doesn't need one though.
No, he didn't need one. Him, dude. There's several of them like that. Him, Eddie Guerrero. Name another one that was up there with them.
But
I'm not going to name.
It would make me happy to see Will Ospreay win the AEW championship, though. It would be a sweet thing.
Yeah, we're not going to mention Wawa. Wawa.
What do you mean Wawa?
You already.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, man, we're not going to mention him.
Who?
No.
Eat your chips.
Eat your chips, man. You're not paying attention anyway. I mean, it's put it like this. The guy, he's no longer with us, and that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to mention the guy because he could have been one of the best of all time, but things surrounding his.
That guy. Yeah. Like Benoit or something.
Really, bro? Good God, man. Cool.
Go to bed, Phil.
We said we're not going to mention the guy's name, period.
I didn't mention his name. I may have mispronounced his name.
It don't matter. It doesn't matter. That guy. Yes, Phil, that guy. But, I mean.
That's what Jericho used to call him during promos.
Anyway, but no, he was up there, and the reason why he's no longer there is because of what happened. But now we have like other people that are taking over that role.
I still say his son should not suffer because of the sins of the father. That's all I'm going to say. But
I mean, he don't really want to wrestle. He just wants to be part of the business, and that's okay with me. I typically think he should be part of the business all the time.
I think the kid should. You know, he loves the people he grew up with. He's really close with Jericho and all the other. He's even good friends with CM Punk too.
Dude, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with any of them doing great things. And I wish I could put CM Punk in that category. That was going to be great no matter what. But he had to have people. He had to have a lot of people put him in places where he could do great. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Josh.
It was in WWE. Yeah, that is true.
Everywhere. Even in AEW.
Even in Ring of Honor?
Yeah. Oh, no, Ring of Honor was different. Ring of Honor, I would say, yeah, he was great there.
He was great in Ring of Honor, especially I loved his AFI theme song too. He came out with and everything, you know.
But another person who I haven't mentioned, there's two more people I want to give shout outs to because I think they're great no matter what and wherever they've been, and they didn't need help with management to get themselves noticed, and that is the Fallen Angel,
Christopher Daniels is great.
Yes. And the Samoan submission machine.
Joe himself.
The Samoan
Taz?
submission. Samoan submission machine. Not Taz.
Oh, Samoan submission machine.
Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. Oh yeah.
But here's the funniest thing, though. Like when I was listening to Samoa Joe on commentary, he reminded me of Taz behind commentary, though.
Mm-hmm. Snarky, very snarky.
Well, if you look at it, though, one of his mentors in the business was Taz, especially when they were in TNA together.
Well, before then too, he idolized. He grew up watching Taz. Just like another person, I don't give a lot of people props in ECW for being great because that's who they were. There's two of them, and people will probably hate me for saying one of them, but the other one they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I could see." One of them being RVD.
Oh yeah,
RVD was going to be great.
Yeah. He was the Shawn Michaels of ECW.
Yes, and the next one I'm going to mention, you are probably going to hate me, but y'all know it's true. The franchise, Shane Douglas.
Oh hell no! I'm not gonna hate you for Shane Douglas. He's underrated, man. I love Shane Douglas.
Great, franchise. No matter what he did, man. I mean,
it just sucks what the Click did to him. Unfortunately,
I could care less what they did to him. Shane Douglas will always be one of the greats because of he never gave up. And he never backed down from whatever he said. He's like, yeah, I fucking said it.
I loved him, and he's a great heel too.
And in tag teams, the greatest tag team of all time is still, in my personal opinion, there's three of them.
Storm.
Yeah,
I can't blame you for choosing that, man. They were great. Him and Lance were great together as a tag team, especially in their ECW days with Francine in their corner.
Yeah. But
Francine.
Yeah, but now there's like tag teams that were going to be great no matter what. One of them would be the Road Warriors. That no matter where they were going to be, they were going to be great.
The Briscoes.
Phil. I met Billy Killigutty.
Who?
He met Beulah. Tommy Dreamer's wife. Ex-wife, yeah.
Nice.
I met her. Oh yeah, Phil, I touched Mina.
That's
Okay.
a thing, dude.
You look hot tonight, though. By the way, I like their new gear she was wearing. With her booty hanging out.
Oh yeah.
But see, there's two more tag teams that were going to be great no matter what. One of them being the Dudleys. Can you name the other one?
The Briscoes.
No, the Hardys.
Hardys
are always going to be great.
No matter what. Great. The Briscoes also too. I mean, they were
Sabu Van
Dam.
Sabu and Van Dam was a great tag team.
Yeah, but no. They were a short-lived tag team mainly because of cards were always subject to change.
What about the Outsiders?
No. Can't say that. The Outsiders were never supposed. They were supposed to be big stars, but they were never going to be great without pushes and people putting them in the right position.
The Steiners.
The who?
The Steiners.
Okay, I'll give you that one. That one. Can't give you that one.
The Rock and Roll Express.
Can give you that one. Nope, can't give you that one. Can't give you that one. Can't give you that one, and I can't give you the Midnight Express.
LOD.
Oh, the Road Warriors? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's a number one. That's a number one.
The Young Bucks.
Can't give you that one either.
Demolition. The original Demolition.
Can't give you that one. Can't give you that one. Because they went through 4 different.
That's why I said the original Demolition.
Before they were Demolition, there were people other than Demolition. Barry Darso was Barry Darso. The other guy was another guy too. And then they changed them all. Well, Barry Darsow was Repo Man, and then they changed them, made them change up face paint, and put them as Demolition as WWF's version of Legion of Doom. So no, can't give you Demolition. Can't give you the Bushwhackers either.
Brainbusters.
Sheep herders.
Can't give you the Brainbusters.
Well, no. Hold on. You're talking about two.
The sheep
Two
herders.
members
They were great tag
great.
team.
Dude, they were great, but they were never great in WWE.
Who cares if they were great in WWE? The sheep herders are great outside of WWE. They're great in the territorials.
Look, a great wrestler is going to shine no matter where they go.
Edge and Christian.
Yeah, I can't.
I can give you that.
I haven't got my replacement teeth yet. All right, piss off.
I can give you that. I can give you that one. I can give you Edge. I can give you Christian.
Oh.
What do you think about speaking of, what do you think about him and Nick Wayne forming this father-son tag team?
I love it. The Dudley Boys, yeah, they're hell yeah, dude. They're great everywhere they've been, and you know that goes without saying. And people would say Conan would be great too, but Conan was really just the placement holder in TNA. He was not really over because Three Live Crew was three people. It was BG James, him, and R-Truth.
Conan was more a backstage guy, more than
he's always been.
He had more of a cult following in AAA during his AAA days. Back in the early 90s.
His greatest AAA days. I mean, he had a little bit of a run in WCW, but he's more of a backstage guy.
And here goes another one that people are going to love me for. Ric Flair was great no matter what, wherever he went. Always will be.
Oh, he was fun. I loved him when he did that TNA thing with Jay Lethal. He got Jay Lethal over with that.
Yes. And another one, Hogan, Macho Man.
Macho Man, he's great. Anything he does,
dude. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Sting.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of the greatest of all time.
Hogan was good only under Vince.
Hogan was good in WCW under Bishop.
But that's when the creative control started coming out, and that's when it kind of starts. It's like.
I heard that his creative control fucked up the match at Starrcade, from what I heard.
Yeah,
because all that story led to this ultimate match, and it was a lackluster.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah,
greatest of all time. He was great in WCW, even back when he was a mid-carder. I even seen him wrestle the Great Muta, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Cactus Jack.
Oh yeah. Fully as God.
Terry Funk.
Oh fuck yes. He was basically the crazy old man you just wanted to cheer for, and especially for the millennials that loved him. Here comes a train.
Too bad I don't have hose located.
The views and opinions of Mike do not reflect the views and opinions
Here
of Phil.
Comes a train. Everybody on board. Here comes the train.
Come on, ride the train.
Anyway, but no, seriously, there's been a lot of great wrestlers over the decades of our lives, and a lot of them are still in their prime today, but some of them are not. And some of them will never, ever be greats. They will be what they call placeholders or people to put in other positions. And one of those people, and now here goes a placeholder that people will probably hate me for, and that's Bob Backlund. They'll probably say, oh, he was great no matter what. No, he had to be somewhere to be that guy, to be the next guy. Bruno Sammartino was a great no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Nick Bockwinkel, another great. But Bob Backlund was never, in my personal opinion, in that category. Now, people can sit there and argue with that. Well, he held the title so many times. But, yeah, because they had no one else to take the title, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But I think Bob Backlund
Is it just or is the WWE Crown Jewel Championship look like the AEW Championship?
Can't see that.
Random thought from Phil.
Phil, we're talking
Random
about
thought
something.
by Phil, brought to you by W Energy Drink. Get your W.GG.
Phil,
Promo code Rants 10% off. There you go.
your brain works on different wavelengths, and I love it. I love it, brother. I do.
ADHD. You.
Squirrel.
It's never boring. I bet it's never a dull moment in your brain, brother.
Shit, dude, my brain is like being ADHD and autistic is like being live in front of a Gigi Allen concert.
You stuff punanas?
No, but it's chaos. It's chaos. That's all I can say.
I actually did watch his documentary, dude. And
I unfortunately watched it. And
punanas are a thing. I wish they were not a thing. This man shoved a banana up his rear end and threw it at people like he was a monkey.
Hey, Genghis, would you like to get on live with us?
It was insane.
Hey, Genghis is with us. I'll send him the link.
Yeah, send him the link. Tell him to get on here. Well, he has the link if he's in the group. It's
hey,
open
Genghis,
for
get on live with us, dude.
It's in there. I'll add you to the thing, to the thing and things and stuff. But yeah, I mean, dude.
Yeah, I unfortunately watched that and I was like,
Telling you,
but his spoken words were really good.
Is like, no.
What?
His spoken words were actually pretty good. Gigi Allen's spoken words, they were actually pretty decent. They were decent. I ain't saying they're the greatest.
Oh, you're driving home from work. Never mind then.
But they were decent. And on top of that, his music was fucking god awful.
Oh yeah.
His music was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
especially and the shows only lasted a couple minutes, so they fucking pulled the plug and were like,
dude, there was one, and I want to say it lasted 2 hours, and Henry Rollins said it should have left over like 10 minutes. And it was just a bunch of feedback because he dropped the microphone and went and did heroin.
Damn.
And then came back and it was smashed out of his head. So, yeah. I mean, it's a Gigi Allen concert. What do you think is going to happen?
Tacos.
Exactly my point. So, yeah. And yeah, that biography I watched of him was
fun, buddy.
Fucking terrible. But no, but like I said, though, like there's a couple of people that were always placeholders in the world of wrestling. And most people don't want to claim this, but DDP was a placeholder.
Ah, man.
Tell me I'm wrong.
He did a lot of great things for the business, though. You have to admit.
I'm not saying he wasn't. But tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I love DDP. I think he's great, but
I don't think he would have been a placeholder if it wasn't for Vince burying him with that stalker gimmick, though.
No. He actually didn't like that gimmick, anyways. So, but
he got.
We're talking about his WCW run, and
tell me I'm wrong. And I'll tell you another one, and this right here is a big one, 5-time mistake, and that's Booker T.
Well,
Booker T?
Dude, that's a placeholder if I never saw one.
Here's what Britt Baker said, though. I did read a little bit what you said. She might be heading to WWE, but Ying is like, would you willing to do it? Would you give up her dentistry for it, though?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, your ADHD is kicking in an overdrive.
Yeah, it is.
Time jumping Phil, brought to you by
Dubby. But no, seriously though, man. I mean, think about it though. Both of those weren't placeholders for Hogan and Ric Flair and Sting and Goldberg.
Honestly, when DDP won, I was happy because I remembered it around that time, and I was happy when DDP won it.
I was too.
But like I said, you're also talking about the NWO Hogan and Goldberg years, so it was
Placeholder,
like,
man.
yeah. So unfortunately, it was like, yeah, I guess you could kind of say that. So I don't want to say it, but
It's true. And Booker T was too, unfortunately.
well, Booker T was the last WCW champion. That
But
carried
let's be
into
real.
the WWE.
If there would have been another pay-per-view after Bad Blood, Scott Steiner would have been champion. Quote me if I'm wrong.
Was Bad Blood WCW?
No, it was WWF.
That's WWE. Yeah, that was
No,
WWF.
New Blood. I'm sorry. New Blood was the last one in 01.
Yeah, Scott Steiner was, I hate to say it, but he was kind of a placeholder.
Scott Steiner? Yeah.
No.
Booker T?
When he came to World Championship as a tag team, no.
Did
Yeah,
Steiner win the belt?
yeah.
He
Steiner
won
held
the
the belt.
World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, he's a placeholder too. Yeah, I mean, dude, a lot of these people were placeholders. A lot of them were placeholders, man. John Cena was supposed to be like a fly-by-night, and people took a hold of him. And he took over. He was the next Hulk Hogan, dude.
Damn.
I know it sucks, dude. It sucks because a lot of the wrestlers that were like, "Oh man, that was awesome," and then you start thinking about it, like, "Damn, they really had no faith in him." Ron Simmons was a placeholder, but they had him to be the very first black world heavyweight champion.
How long did his title reign run?
3 months, 6 months tops.
That's actually not too bad.
It's a placeholder.
I know, but still,
He never held the title again.
that's unfortunate too.
Well, yeah, dude. I'm not saying that he wasn't a great wrestler. I mean, he was part of Doom.
Doom, yeah.
Oh, Doom was a great tag team.
Then the Nation.
The Nation of Domination, yeah.
The Acolytes.
The Acolytes.
That was the last greatest tag team he was in.
He was always a great tag
There
team.
you go. There's a tag team right there. Farouk and fucking Bradshaw. There you go.
They were not a great tag team, dude.
Oh,
They were not
hell
a great
no.
tag-
I disagree. I loved it when anytime they came out and beat the shit out of somebody.
Well, I mean, that doesn't make you
The
great.
best one was the brawl in the bar. Not the brawl in the bar, but the they had a pay-per-view and they made a side stage bar, and they just had a match, and got drunk, and they were about to beat him, and he just like passed out.
Yeah. Dude, y'all remember the Acolytes door? It was just a door. And people had to knock on it. And I remember that people walk, whoa, 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 whoa. There's a door. Seriously?
My door.
Seriously? Like, yeah, you gotta go knock on the door. Kurt Angle walked around it, remember? And he's like, no, knock on the door. And he's like, seriously?
Just like Kofi run. Oh God, Kofi Mania was good, and then
Yeah, I mean, dude, Big E.
That was unfortunate. That they shouldn't have done that to him. He was hot. He should have had a nice, good title run, and all of a sudden it's like Brock Lesnar.
Vince McMahon was laughing when he got squashed too, from what I heard.
What Kofi? Yeah, he totally squashed him. I like wow. They killed.
I still remember him, and he was in. Yeah, people were mad when he was a mystery run in, especially at Money in the Bell. Came remember that with that boombox. It was just like they're really going with that, and that was like one of the reasons why I stopped watching WWE. That right there.
Dude, there's a lot of reasons for placeholders, and one of them is because they have nothing going on. Jinder Mahal is another one.
Or Veer Mahan.
Yeah, that guy.
Which congratulations, he just got married.
Yeah.
Shout out. He just got married, and it was a reunion of
3MB.
Yeah. 3 Live Band like that. Yeah.
Heath Slater, him, and Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
Like I think it was like his groomsman.
Yeah. And that's another one that's going to be great no matter what, and that's Drew. Drew is going to be great no matter what. He was great in everything he's done. He will be great no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is Matt Cardona. He will be great no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He honestly, if he does need another run in WWF, and he needs the title.
Not really. Not really. Look at what he's done in the Indies, man. He's made so many companies relevant. Literally, he made GCW relevant. He made NWA relevant. Mm-hmm. He made it Major League Wrestling relevant. So, does he really need another chance to go back to WWE? No. If you can make a small indie company relevant, dude, you're there. I mean, dude, just put it like this, Josh. You have like a really, really small organization where you're from. Like down here in Alabama, we have a bunch. And if he came down here and did something huge, like made like a big, like what he does with all these other companies and did it down here, it'd be cool because then he'd make another company relevant. But I mean, that's what he is known for, dude. He's known for making things relevant. That makes you a great star. No matter what you do, where you go, no matter what, you're going to be a great star.
Well, he's working on Shotzi right now.
He's going to make her a star, dude. Well, she's already a star, but he's gonna make her great.
Matter of fact, she's coming to my area in a place called Crown Point, Indiana. She's gonna be wrestling there in August.
Cool.
So I got my Funko Pop ready.
Nice. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good, dude.
Wash your hands.
I'm eating some pie.
Sure. Is it apple pie?
Nope.
Pecan
Cherry.
pie? Cherry.
She's my cherry pie.
Wasn't that Warrant?
Yep.
Yes.
Let them sing it. Just fucking with you. But no, seriously though, I mean, there's a lot of different wrestlers out there that are placeholders, and we just talked to a couple of them. Tag team placeholders, Bushwhackers were one. The Rockers never held the titles.
Sheep herders were not
Bushwhackers never held the titles?
No, they never did they?
I don't think they ever won the titles.
No. Demolition did.
Well, New Age Outlaws.
Placeholders.
Okay.
Really?
They have to be, dude.
They did really well. Well, what about Voodoo King Mafia?
No, I don't agree with that one. No, not New Age Outlaws. No, I don't agree with that one.
Really? Why not?
No, they how many times they won? They won it like about good 4 times.
Multiple times.
Multiple times, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna disagree. They were a great tag team.
Okay, what about Billy and Chuck?
That's a yeah. Did they even win it?
Yeah. Billy and Chuck were tag team champions.
Oh, that was placeholders.
Okay.
What about 3-minute warning?
Placeholders, but they never
Yeah.
held the titles. Rosie and Jamal, they never held the titles. Or did they hold the titles?
No, they never.
No.
They never.
Umaga held the title, didn't he? Didn't he hold the heavyweight title once?
Nope.
Came close.
I think he was no. He was the Intercontinental. Because I remember there's a story Zillow was telling about it. One of the that when his grandmother passed away, Umaga was Intercontinental champion, and he put the belt in her casket. It is to this date in the casket. No, this is the funny thing I actually found out about titles is that I thought they like when somebody won the title, well nowadays they just like pop the plates off and put a new one. I thought they issued a new belt to somebody. No, they actually transferred the belt to that person. They just changed the plate. So when Umaga did that, that's the legit belt that's buried in a casket.
Yeah, because back in the day,
wrestlers actually got to keep belts as like an award.
No, anyone that you see that has you see people with their trophy rooms and all that.
Yeah, those are replicas.
Every single one of them was replicas. The Miz, he was sneaky. He actually, what he did is when they gave him his belt, he went and bought the replica, kept the original belt, and just wore the replica around until somebody caught on.
Yeah, he got in trouble for that.
Was it Scott Hall? Now there's a story with that one when Scott Hall became WCW champion. Yeah, he was a champ, right?
No, Nash.
No. I could have sworn.
You're gonna make me use Google. I hate that.
Because I think Scott Hall was champion, and when he won the belt, he and this is
he never won a championship. Scott Hall never won a world championship.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the rumor was that Scott Hall had the big gold belt and sold it.
No, Kevin Nash did. Yeah, Kevin Nash beat Goldberg's undefeated streak.
Well, somebody I forget who it was, but they said that Scott Hall sold the big gold belt, and then the original one. I'm talking about like the one that's like passed from Flair. Since Flair created it, then that's like I said, they don't. All they do is change the nameplate on it and just pass it along.
When they spray painted NWO in that World Heavyweight title, man, that was brutal. And that was Hogan's title. And they also had one without the spray paint too. They had to make a new one without the spray paint. Remember that?
No, that's the reason why. They had to make a new one because Scott Hall sold the big gold belt.
I heard Stone Cold Steve Austin got to keep his Intercontinental Championship.
Ric Flair, the big gold belt was sold by Ric Flair at auction in 2012 for $27,500.
What, the belt?
Yeah.
Well, the current owner is Sean Ross Sapp, I think it is. His son-in-law.
Right now.
Yeah, the current owner of the original Ric Flair big gold belt is his son-in-law. Sean Ross Sapp. He's the current owner of that.
Well, yeah.
And then they had to buy that belt because that's because of the story of Scott Hall selling the belt.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Scott Hall sold Ric Flair's belt.
Yeah. So like it's like how well I'm explaining the story. It's like they don't change the belt. I mean, they change the nameplate on it, and they don't change the belt. So that the big gold belt was been passed around, but that was Ric Flair's belt, and somehow
It says right here, Scott Hall did not sell the big gold belt. The original belt is owned by a private collector and cast copies of the hand-engraved belt available for purchase.
well, that's Sean Ross Sapp. Sean Ross Sapp owns it.
Yeah. Not Sean. No. Who owns it is what's his name?
The guy that does the podcast with JR.
Yeah.
Conrad Thompson. There you go. Conrad Thompson.
Yeah.
Conrad Thompson owns it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's also a real estate agent too.
And Ric Flair's son-in-law.
Yeah.
Man.
But that's the story that I heard. I forgot where I heard it from. That the belt was sold and they had to make a new one.
All right. There's a story about the WCW gold belt that was cast in 1999 2000. Some wrestlers tried selling the belt thinking it was real, so holes in the stone holders had to be drilled deeper. The original belt was cast, and Scott Steiner allegedly has the authentic Chrome Ryan original at home, while WWE inherited his cast copy from the WCW buyout.
Okay, if Scott Steiner. Okay, Scott Steiner. Oh no, I thought it was Scott Hall. It was Scott Steiner.
Yeah. Steiner was one of the last original. Yeah, he held the title. Yeah. Because he was the last original title holder besides
So Booker T has had the redone.
Yeah.
Then
WWE got the cast from Scott Steiner whenever WCW got bought out. They tried selling the belt thinking it was real. Some wrestlers did. Tried selling the belt thinking it was real. So, yep.
So
that's crazy.
So, yeah, okay. My fault. It was not Scott Hall. It was Scott Steiner. Okay. My bad. Sorry, Scott Hall.
No, you're good. Yeah.
But the original big gold belt is owned by Conrad Thompson. Yeah.
Conrad owns the belt now. And it's actually autographed underneath it by Ric Flair.
Rightfully so.
Which should be. I mean, it's Ric Flair. But, man, I am getting sleepy, gentlemen.
All right.
Can we call it a night? Y'all got something else to talk about?
Oh, no, man. I mean, I would say I'll show you how I've been practicing a helicopter, but I can't really do that on YouTube.
No. That's stay for only feats.
Only feats.
Yeah, we can't say the other name for it, or I had one person call it only plants.
Only plants.
Yeah. There's only dudes on there all the time, though, man. All I ever see is only dudes. But I will say
there's a professional. Rob Van Dam's got his own company. Only Wrestlers Association. That's what it's called.
Yeah. I will say this though. I went and watched Ferrari. Oh, not Ferrari. F1. Good movie.
With Brad Pitt, right?
Mm-hmm. Really good movie. I recommend it.
You know what? I just finally watched
Thunderbolts.
Actually, yes, I just finally watched that yesterday.
How good is it?
It's actually not bad. It was not bad.
How did you watch it? Did you watch it on Disney?
Hell no, I don't pay for no Disney. I'm saying I'm the same way with that as I am with my wrestling pay-per-views. I will not give Disney an ounce of my money.
Are either one of you Jeopardy fans by any chance?
I used to watch Class. I used to catch it a little bit, especially back when Alex was still alive.
I haven't
Well,
watched it since Alex, so
Amazon Prime hosts a new version of Jeopardy. Pop Culture Jeopardy.
ooh,
Guess who the host is?
Who?
Colin.
ooh,
Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live.
Sounds cool.
Anyway, the teams they have teams in Pop Culture Junkie. Oh, Pop Culture Junkie. Listen, shout out to PCJ, Pop Culture Junkie. But no, Pop Culture Jeopardy have teams, 3-member teams. Yeah, we should do a thing.
Pro Wrestling Jeopardy.
Ringside Rants.
shit. Ringside do our own on air.
Ringside Ranch trivia.
No, Ringside Rants should join Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Oh yeah. Well, shit, man. With our collective knowledge, our collective knowledge of bullshit, we'll fucking win it.
Especially if it's wrestling related or sports related.
Oh, here's another thing. You know, we could use it to go to Castle Bonita.
Hey, and you know what the prize money is?
What?
$300,000.
We can use it to go to Castle Bonita, and also probably use after Castle Bonita, we can fund our YouTube channel a little bit better.
Get better backdrop. Well, actually, my backdrop's not too bad. It's a little messy right now, but
Castle Bonita.
But we can actually get a place where all 3 of us can be located closely to one another.
I don't know if I'm ready to retire from work for that one.
I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about like where we could get somewhere like, I don't know, even if we can't get closely to one another, we could get somewhere in the remote areas. And that way we could host like joint ventures at our location.
Tokyo road trip.
Wrestle Kingdom. Hell yeah.
But no, man. I mean, we could actually do a lot of that shit too, unfortunately. But no, but $300K for us to like make our podcast something bigger, or we could do something even crazier, like, I have no fucking clue.
I like Angus's idea, trip to Wrestle Kingdom 20.
Well, I mean, dude, seriously, we should really look into the Pop Culture Jeopardy thing.
All right, I'll check it out.
And Genghis, you're allowed to come with us too.
All 3 of us live in separate areas, and dude, that'd be fucking crazy. Because everybody in that show lived together, like in the same area and everything. We're gonna be like 3 normal guys, like, yeah, how do y'all know each other? We do a podcast together. So how often do y'all see each other? This is the first time we've all been in the same area and the same place. It's the first time.
First time we're meeting each other.
Banging one of the top executive nieces.
And dude, it would be hilarious if we won, though, right?
Heck yeah.
I think we could do it. I really think we could do it.
Yeah. What else? Oh, did anybody watch the UFC fight?
Oh, you mean when Charles Oliveira got his ass beat in the first round, like 2.5 minutes ago in the first round?
Fuck out.
Dude, that was brutal, bro.
All I know is Pat. It is Pat. Duka. Yep, he's out.
Dude, that guy, if you watch the training, he was training for that.
Mm-hmm.
He was training for this dude. Beat him senseless, and it worked. He hurt that motherfucker bad.
Oh, yeah. They're like, Papa. And then you saw that one punch. Dude,
you see
I just found it funny when he just got on top of him like, Duka.
Dude, he folded it. Like, dude, he didn't fold. He did like a board, man. He went boom. I was like, oh no. And he went clang, clang. Huh.
Well, he just went. He went. Pop, pop.
Yeah. It was bad, dude. It was.
The only thing that was worse is like it was the same time as that fucking Logan Paul match. The fight. It was as happened at the same time against Cesar Chavez Jr. You could even tell it was so fucking rigged. I will never pay. I thank God I don't pay for none of his pay-per-views. I will never pay for a pay-per-view with my Logan Paul. That's a waste of money. That's a damn waste of money. You even see it in Chavez Sr.'s face. What are you doing? Knock him out. Knock him out. Right there. You saw Chavez Sr.'s.
Oh, by the way, I also got some good news. But here's the thing, though. I found out this is from Charles Mason. Elaborate, but we just get this away, but we won't elaborate. We're just going to get this out of the way now and won't elaborate further. But JD hasn't been on commentary for the last 3 shows. Watch House of Glory. JD's been fired from House of Glory.
Has he really?
He hasn't been on the last 3 shows on commentary. This is from Charles Mason.
Oh.
So, in other words, this is from Curbside, an official from Curbside, a guy I follow on Instagram. He got this from Charles Mason, and I think he's gone.
Dude, hold on. That JD from New York has been released from House of Glory. The event was released on October 9th, and JD from New York and Hillary Wisdom provided commentary. That's old.
But
Nothing recent.
I have the Grogu toys to prove it. What are you talking about?
Only pause.
Oh, damn. You're on a bad delay right there.
Well, you guys want to call it a night?
However, there's some super information available regarding his release from House of Glory in 2025.
So, is anyone going to be watching the NASCAR from Chicago?
Chi-Town? No.
Okay.
Are you going to Chicagoland to watch it?
No.
Then no.
No,
I bet they turn left.
Oh no! Yeah, there's like street racing on potholes and everything.
Oh, is it street racing or is it like
It's quite literally it is literally on the streets of Chicago. There is no track. This is a legit streets of Chicago that they're racing on.
Huh. Okay.
I was like, wow.
That's wonderful. That's terrible, actually. I hate that.
Get a remote cabin. So
okay. Also, Mike, if you ever want to check out some Japanese indie wrestling, check out Takamichi Noku's promotion, Just Tap Out. That's pretty good.
All right.
JT.
What else is coming up? Was it next week? Next weekend is
All in.
Yeah, All In. And
Evolution
the day after.
Okay. So should we do a preview now or should we wait till next week?
Wait till next week.
Yeah, wait till next week until we get some more
people
of the card lineup.
Get like a little bet going on. Plus, I think it'd be good.
The real world ringside rants edition. Oh my God! Wow, you're on a big delay.
Yeah. The ring. Yeah. I mean, no, seriously, dude. I mean, think about it. Go to I think it's a thing on Jeopardy where we can take the test to be see if we can become part of the pop culture problem.
Pop culture problem.
yeah. If we're gonna be a problem for pop culture people.
God, we are so not camera ready.
Dude,
Mike, Happy Gilmore movie.
Yeah, Mike, you're gonna have to shave.
We look like a bunch of Happy Gilmore fans.
We are Happy Gilmore fans. Fuck you, man.
That's a bad thing. We look like we belong in a Happy Gilmore crowd at a golf game.
We do. We do.
We look like a bunch of beat. We look like a bunch of beat up mechanics. That's what we look like.
Basically, bunch of working class blue collar guys.
Hey, you know what? That's why we're going ringside rants.
For the blue collar a podcast.
Or y'all want to come up with a different name for our pop culture name?
No, we're gonna promote the shit out of that. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get some W t-shirts.
Blue collar. Oh, W would be a great sponsor. They would love that.
Speaking of which, get your W energy drinks at W.GG. Use our promo code Ringside Rants 10% off. Get hyper.
There's never been on what I watched that nobody's had a sponsorship.
Oh, W would love that. The company would love that.
Oh my god, dude! I'm going to bed. Gentlemen, if you're not watching Ringside Rants,
you're doing life wrong, brother.
Yeah, man, we're not just food to eat, people. We're also
food for the ears, baby.
Fucking right, man.
And also, since Jordan's here, what's mine is mine. What's yours is mine too.
Yeah, that's very true. Speaking of which, Jordan, hope you get a new phone, brother. Gentlemen, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been really fun tonight, and see you all next week, unless something crazy in the world of wrestling happens. Let's hope not.
Good night, guys.
Later, people. Hey, anybody got a fun fact?
Mwah. Good night, everybody.
That's one fact?
Awesome.
What?
I love boobies.